I didn't see Supergirl because it didn't look good. So, but I'm not shocked that it failed. And again, if you want to make a successful female superhero movie, the blueprint is right in front of you. First and foremost, superhero fans, for the most part, are dudes. Whenever a superhero film is successful, no matter if it's male or female, 55 to 65% of the audience are men. And usually, I don't know, like 45 to 55% if the film is successful are women. But the bulk of superhero fans are dudes. And again, Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot, that was a hit film. Even though people rip Brie Larson, Captain Marvel was a hit film. People love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's always been women in superhero and fantasy shows that dudes have liked. But you gotta start writing knowing that the dudes are most of your audience. Most of the times, yes, there's women out there who love superhero and sci-fi stuff, but they're not the bulk of women. I do not walk around and go to Starbucks and hear a bunch of women talking about the latest Wolverine movie. You don't, because women don't talk about that stuff all the time. But you do have a big bulk of men who do go see superhero movies. And if you turn those guys off, no matter if it's on Disney Plus or in the multiplex, if you turn those guys off, it's not going to be a hit. Now, again, you can't argue that there's no women that's involved in these projects. You can't. Captain Marvel, I think that was female led. Captain Marvel had females involved behind the scenes. Definitely the Marvels. The Marvels was DaCosta. I think she wrote and directed it. I think the Marvels was actually pretty decent. I don't think it was as bad as people may think. Wonder Woman was Patty Jenkins. She directed the first one, directed the second one, but she had a bigger hand in the writing of the second one. That's why the second one wasn't as good. People hated Josh Whedon. People love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That was a female-led thing. But there's a lot of females as writers and directors that's involved with film. And then on TV, you had The Acolyte, that horrible show, part of the Star Wars universe. That was a female showrunner. She-Hulk, that was a female showrunner as well. There's far more females who have a place in sci-fi and superhero movies, more so than dudes that look like me. I could count on two hands the dudes who look like me who have a hand in this stuff. You have Tim Story, who did the Fantastic Four films with Jessica Alba. And then you also have Ryan Coogler. You have Ryan Coogler who did the Black Panther movie. So there's far more women who have a hand in this genre than dudes that look like me. But the thing is, the reason why someone like Chris Nolan was successful in the Dark Knight series, and even Matt Reeves now with the Batman series, is that they both did research. Chris Nolan was not a big comic fan or even a Batman fan, but he dove deep into the comic books and the graphic novels and studied them until he crafted a story for his series, for the Dark Knight series that he felt good about because he did the research. Matt Reeves was on the opposite end. He loved Batman. He loved the graphic novels, but he did do a deep dive into those stories. And that's why when you get to the Batman Robert Pattinson, that's why it was so good. And too often, I heard it with She-Hulk, I heard it with some of these other ones where people, especially some women, some dudes too, but someone would say like, well, I want to give my own take of this story. It's like, well, no! You can take what happened in the graphic novels or in the comic books and take those stories and maybe put like 10% spin on it or 25% spin, but you got to keep the essence that's already there. Keep the bulk of the source material. If it's good enough for Chris Nolan to go through the source material, if it's good for Matt Reeves to do the source material, most of these movies, somebody has done the work of the source material, or you're someone like the Russo brothers, because I don't know what their preparation are like, but they're really great storytellers. And I'm not saying some of these women aren't great storytellers, because some of these female superhero films that you had dudes that wrote and direct them as well. But you gotta do the work of the source material, regardless if you're male or female. So listen, Supergirl, I hope Milly Alcock, I hope this doesn't hurt her career long term. Hopefully she'll bounce back from this. I think she's a very talented actress. I think she was just miscast as Supergirl. And I don't know how long James Gunn got, because one of the reasons why James Gunn is not a total loser with DC is the success of the Batman. But that happened before he got there. Like he was there, he was hired, and the Batman was already in production, so he kind of left it alone. But it seems like since most of these DC projects is coming down the pike, he's had his hands in this stuff, and he gotta stop. We gotta stop. The reason why the Batman worked is that he let Matt Reeves alone. The reason why the Penguin worked on HBO is that he let Matt Reeves' creative team handle that. James Gunn's only thing he needs to do is find some talented people and just tell them, I need you to do the source work, I need you to dive deep and make a really good comic book TV show or movie, and I'm hands off. But I don't think James Gunn can do it, because James Gunn is he's not Kevin Feige. He's not a studio head. He is a director at heart. He is a storyteller at heart, and that's who he should be. And I wouldn't be surprised if DC fires him. I think he got one more shot, and if he doesn't get a hit film in the next year or so, I think he'll be gone by 2026. Shame. I kind of like James Gunn. I think he's a talented guy. But Supergirl is on him.